This is your market recap for October 2nd, 2025. As you can see today, we closed bullish today, closing above not yesterday's, but this past all-time high over here. It's kind of what I was expecting out of the market today. And we'll go down to the lower time frame so we can see more about that. So between today and yesterday obviously we rallied quite a bit. Market closed, opened, and would continue to go up. So we are up here at market open. Now I don't ever really short all-time highs unless it gives me significant reason to believe we're going to go down, like a higher time from SMT. And in this case, we had nothing. So I just watched price come down and I was waiting for it to give me something to work with, either 4-hour fair value gap. If we go down to that time frame, this 4-hour fair value gap, well, we stopped at this one. Or higher time frame SMT. In this case, we got that higher time frame SMT. It's small, but if you look over here, there's one handle difference between the two. ES took out this low over here, which gave us that SMT, which is finally what stopped us from retracing more and just made our way back up. Now, we did reverse, but it was not quick whatsoever. We're still working our way back up on that. Yeah, really not much to talk about. Market opened, fell out of the sky, took out these two lows, consolidated for a little bit, one more dive down, failed to take out this low, have that SMT. We then reversed from there during the 10:50 to 11 macro. And then the rest of the day kind of just slowly made our way up, back up. We didn't make it all the way up, but I think we made it to equilibrium of this expansion. Yeah, we did. Well, we made it back pretty early, but I mean, it does make sense with the amount of volume that we fell out of the sky. It's really only expected that the market wouldn't have much, if any, volume left in it, especially given that the government is non-existent right now. Yeah, I mean, if this single 15-minute candle that you see at that red vertical line, which is the 9:30 market open, we're covering at least like almost 200. No, not even close. Like 150. But still a single candle covering, mind you, on the 15-minute. But in 15 minutes, we fell 150 handles. All right, let's see. High is 169, low is 36, so 132. Oh, technically 100. Yeah, 132.7. So big volume at the beginning tells us, really gonna kind of struggle in the later half of the day. So when I saw this, I was expecting messy price action for at least an hour, right? I was thinking that this 11 o'clock macro would get us going back up. And it did, but the reason I didn't trade on it is, one, because I didn't really like price action, wasn't a fan of it today. Because even though it did consolidate here, it just didn't feel like it had much conviction in what it was doing. I mean, it sounds silly, but because they're just candles on a chart, but it intuition wise, I just didn't like it. And there was also, my model didn't show up. There was no lower time from SMT for me to take during the macro. So we did end up coming back up, like I mentioned, above this high and then working our way back up, but we failed to get there. 5-minute fair value gap here kept us from going back up before we made this last leg down to attempt to take out this low. And then this one as well kept us above it when we were trying to work back that bearish move of the morning. As you can see, market open absolutely fell, right? I mean, there was really no doubt to it that this was going down. Two bearish candles in this, bullish candles in this 120 handle move is kind of crazy. But nonetheless, we hit this macro, and like I said, with such a big move, again, 120 handles, I was expecting the macro to kind of like kill stuff for a bit, let the market catch its breath, if you want to say that. And then again, higher time frame SMT here, macro SMT with this low and this low. Would I like to take this? In reality, no, because we have this SMT, but there's no lower time frame SMT. I'm talking like a 1 minute SMT. We don't have that. Uh, whereas this low here, I am pretty convinced that it's going to stay the low, right? Because we have this higher time frame SMT here in the macro, and this other SMT. Pretty confident in that. But given the time, right? I mean, this one's a couple minutes before the 11:50 macro, but I never really trade during lunch. I mean, I could have taken it and targeted this high, and that would have worked, but just not really what I'm comfortable with. So I didn't take it. Again, price here being kept within this 5 minute, and then we expand upwards. Market resumes pre or lunch ends, PM session starts. We get this SMT of these lows here. It's a little late in this 150 to 210 macro, but it works, right? We have this lower time from SMT. I would have targeted this. Obviously, wouldn't have gotten there, but if we play this SMT, again, no lower time from SMT, so this is all hypothetical. Say we slap it, even at constant encroachment, I don't really even know what I'd target, in all honesty. Probably just a fib expansion of this. Let's see. We're looking, let's try just -1. Whew, too high. Yeah, I mean, even -1, it's reasonable to assume that 25% of the range is going to get hit. So that's a 1 to 3. I mean, it's definitely doable. I really wouldn't be complaining if I caught this trade, but just really one of those where not really too confident in it given the state that price action is in with the government and just where we are in the charts and NFP supposed to be tomorrow. But yeah, going into the future, like I said yesterday, now that we closed above this high on the daily time frame, I'm just going to cycle through every time frame. We have this weekly time frame here. If we take out this 20 to 30%, if we do not break this high again, we're going to be looking at, geez, hold up, 80 handle retrace for TGIF. If we go down to the hourly time frame. Now, what I could see, maybe not a fan of it, higher time frame SMT with this high. That then takes us down to the 20 here, or 30% of this weekly range. Of course, if we take out this high, this range is going to change a little bit, so these might be a little higher, but still what I'm looking for tomorrow, even though we're at all-time highs. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily having a short bias, but we'll see what market gives us. If it gives me enough evidence that it is going to play bearish, I will very much do so. So, I'm not scared to play bearish. I just need a lot of evidence. That's a good word, evidence, for me to do so at all-time highs. So, again, like always, we'll have to see what happens between now and market open before we say anything concrete, but that's just what I'm feeling for now. So, this has been your market recap for October 2nd, 2025.